Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming my June reading journal setup and then the first book spread. So I decided to theme my June reading journal around For the Wolf, which is the book by Hannah Whitten. It came out on June 1st and I think it's already shot up to pretty high on the bestseller list. It is such a good book, and I actually had pre-ordered it, but then I sent that to the wrong address, so I actually went to Barnes & Noble the day of publication and I had to go get it like ASAP because I was that excited about this book. I follow the author on Twitter and she had just done such an amazing job teasing the book over the months leading up to the book coming out with little snippets of text and atmospheric examples of like playlists and songs and descriptions of characters and quotes from the book. And yeah, I was just so excited to get this book. So I knew I had to theme my June reading journal around it. And I'm so glad I did because it is such a good book. So for this cover page, I did my best to recreate the cover of For the Wolf. So it has the girl in the red cloak, and then there's a black castle and some white tree branches. So the general idea of the book is kind of a Little Red Riding Hood meets Beauty and the Beast retelling. It is definitely a more adult fantasy book, not quite as adult as the Jacqueline Carey books, but more adult than Robin McKinley, if that makes sense. Where you've got this girl who, her name is Red. She is the second daughter of this royal family, and there's a tradition in this land where the second daughter is given as like a sacrifice to the Wilderwood, and they're hoping that this continued sacrifice of the second daughters is going to bring back their gods who have been trapped. So the saying is the first daughter is for the throne and the second daughter is for the wolf, and the wolf is the creature that lives in the Wilderwood. So this story kind of follows this girl Red as she goes into the Wilderwood and finds out what she finds out there. I'm not going to spoil the book, but yeah, I really enjoyed making this spread. For my TBR this month, I have a couple of summer light kind of beachy reads. I have a couple of books for Pride, which feature queer characters or queer love stories. And then I had a whole bunch of books from my seasonal prompts list. I was out of town last month, so I got a little behind on my spring/summer prompts. So I have a whole bunch of books for those, and I want to really work on my writing this summer, so I have a couple of writing books as well. My TBR is very long for June, but we'll see. I will let you guys know how it goes. So this spread is the second of my usual 2 monthly setup spreads. I have my cover page and TBR every month, and then I also do a favorite book of the month, favorite quote, and then a favorite character. So I used a stamp to make a whole bunch of trees. The forest is very important in this book. And then I used a quote from the book, and I had found a whole bunch of pictures on Pinterest Some of them from the author's own Pinterest board for this book, which is so perfect. And I wish more authors would do this and just make Pinterest boards of how they imagine the characters look, and just aesthetic pictures that relate to the book, because it totally makes my video so much easier when I can go straight to the source and see what she thinks red looks like, for example. So yeah, I had pulled some pictures from Pinterest for the book spread, which I will go into after I finish making the monthly spreads, and I used one of those here. One of the things I liked about this book was the portrayal of the sister relationship between the two sisters. So you have the first daughter, whose name is Neve, and she is kind of the princess who's in line for the throne. And then the second daughter is Red, who's kind of been raised as not quite the spare, because all her life she's kind of been destined to go be the sacrifice. But the sisters have this super close relationship, which I always love to see in books. I have two sisters myself, and we are so close, and I love it when books really take time and give you a well thought out and well established sister relationship. Too many books, I think, fall into the trap of doing women in competition with each other, or just women being petty, or sisters being petty. And not that there isn't a place for that in literature, because I don't think there's anything wrong with that, I guess. But I just love to see sisters really rooting for each other and really loving each other at all cost. So here's my final flip through of the book review spread for The Wolf by Hannah Whitten, and then my monthly pages. I do have one blank spread in between because I did read one book earlier in June, the morning of June 1st actually, and I left that blank. So that video will be coming out soon. I hope you enjoyed. If you have read For the Wolf, please do let me know what you thought. I love talking about books, and I had a great time making this theme. It is an excellent book. I highly advise you to go check it out from the library or your local bookstore. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.